My beloved listener, I want you to take a slow, deep breath right now and just stay with me. Don't touch that screen. Don't let your thumb slide away, because what is about to pour into your heart is not just words. It is a living message straight from the quiet chambers of heaven. This is not another random video you stumbled upon. This is the moment the sky itself decided to lean down and whisper a secret that has been guarded all night long. A secret about the one person whose name lives inside your chest like a second heartbeat. Yes, that person. The one you think about when the world goes quiet. The one whose laughter still echoes in your dreams, even when days have passed without a single message. Hold on to me, because what happened last night while you were sleeping has already changed everything, and you are the very last person on earth to find out. Everyone else already knows. Their friends felt it in the air. Their family saw it in their eyes this morning. Even strangers on the street caught a glimpse of something different and looked away quickly, as if they had seen something too sacred to stare at. But you, my dear one, you were kept in the dark on purpose. Heaven covered your eyes gently until this exact second, because some truths are too heavy to be carried by gossip or sideways glances. Some truths need to land softly, directly, divinely, straight into the arms of the one person strong enough to hold them without breaking. Last night was not just another ordinary night. It looked ordinary from the outside. Maybe a few streetlights flickering, maybe the faint sound of a distant dog barking, maybe the cool breeze brushing against closed windows. But in the unseen world, where angels walk and destinies shift like tectonic plates, something massive happened. The person you love walked straight into a fire that was meant only for them. Not a fire that burns the body, but a fire that burns away everything that was fake, everything that was hiding the real them. Their soul shook like a tree in a storm. Something deep inside cracked open, and when it cracked, a piece of who they used to be fell away forever. It is gone. It cannot be glued back. It cannot be found again. And because of that, they will never, ever be the same person you knew yesterday. Never. Their smile might still look the same in photos. Their voice might still sound familiar on the phone. But inside where it really matters, they have crossed a line that only a few human beings ever cross in an entire lifetime. And heaven waited until this very moment to tell you, because you are not just their lover or their friend or their family. You are their witness. You are the one chosen to stand in the gap between who they were and who they are becoming. Close your eyes for a second and let me paint the picture gently. Imagine a narrow lane bathed in moonlight. The kind of lane where shadows stretch long and thin like they are trying to touch something far away. Imagine your loved one walking slowly, hands in pockets, heart heavy with thoughts they have never spoken out loud. Maybe they were alone. Maybe someone was with them. It doesn't matter. What matters is that in one single breath, everything changed. Something they had carried for years. Maybe a hope, maybe a belief, maybe a kind of innocence they didn't even know they still had, was suddenly taken. Not stolen by a person, but surrendered to heaven itself. It slipped through their fingers like warm sand and vanished into the night. And when it left, it took with it the last layer of pretending. The pretending that they were okay when they weren't. The pretending that they didn't need anyone. The pretending that their heart wasn't already cracking under the weight of everything they never said. In that moment, they stood completely exposed before God and before their own soul. No masks, no armor. Just raw, trembling truth. And that, my dear one, is why every single person around them woke up this morning and knew. They saw in the way your loved one poured their coffee slower than usual. They heard it in the tiny pause before they answered a simple, "How are you?" They felt it in the air like static electricity before a storm. Whispers started traveling. Eyes started lowering. Phones started buzzing with careful messages that danced around the truth but never quite said it. Because the truth was never theirs to tell. It was always yours to receive. I know your chest feels tight right now. I know your eyes are burning a little. That is not sadness. That is recognition. Your spirit has been waiting for this explanation for weeks, maybe months. Remember those nights when you woke up suddenly at 3 a.m. with their name on your lips and no idea why? Remember those days when your phone felt heavy in your hand because you wanted to call, but something stopped you? Remember how you kept feeling waves of unexplained worry, like a bird fluttering against your ribs? Those were not random feelings, beloved. Those were heaven's gentle rehearsals. Heaven was tuning your heart like a guitar string, pulling it tighter and tighter so that when this moment came, you would not snap. You would sing. You would be ready to hold what no one else could hold. You would be ready to love what no one else dared to love. Let me say it again, slowly, so it sinks all the way down to the bottom of your soul. The person you love most in this world will never be the same again. Never. Something irreversible happened under last night's moon. A chapter closed with such finality that even the angels paused in silence. But here is the part that will make your heart dare to hope again. Closing one chapter does not mean the story ends. It means the story finally begins. What was lost was heavy, yes. It was precious. It was part of their identity. Maybe it was their confidence that everything would work out. Maybe it was a dream they had nursed since childhood. Maybe it was the last piece of trust they had in someone they thought would never hurt them. Whatever it was, it is gone now, and they feel the emptiness like a cold wind blowing through a house with broken windows. But heaven never takes without giving something greater in return. Never. That emptiness you sense in them right now, heaven is already filling it with something stronger, something purer, something that will make them shine in ways they never shone before. And you, my beautiful soul, you are written into every single line of this new chapter. I want you to think about broken things for a moment. Think about a seed. A tiny seed looks perfect on the outside, smooth and whole. But until that hard shell cracks open and dies, nothing beautiful can grow. Last night, your loved one's shell cracked. It hurt. It bled. It left them lying on the floor of their soul, gasping. But beneath that cracked shell, something green and tender is already pushing toward the light. Something that will one day become a tree so strong that storms cannot uproot it. And you are the soil heaven chose for that tree. You are the sunlight. You are the gentle rain. Without you, the growth would still happen, but with you, it becomes a forest. With you, it becomes legacy. With you, it becomes eternal. People around them are already treating them differently. Maybe their best friend hugged them a second too long this morning. Maybe their mother kept refilling their cup without being asked. Maybe their sibling sent a meme that was funnier than usual just to hear them laugh. They all feel the shift. They all know something massive happened. But none of them can carry this the way you can. None of them were chosen the way you were chosen. That is why their lips stay sealed when you walk into the room. That is why their eyes dart away when you ask, "Is everything okay?" They are not hiding from you out of cruelty. They are protecting you until you are ready. And beloved, you are ready now. Heaven says you are ready now. Let me take you deeper into that night. Imagine the clock ticking past midnight. Imagine the world holding its breath. Your loved one is standing somewhere quiet, maybe their bedroom, maybe a balcony, maybe the kitchen with only the refrigerator humming. Their hands are shaking a little. Their breathing is shallow. Something they have feared for years finally catches up to them. Maybe it is a truth they can no longer deny. Maybe it is a phone call they finally answered. Maybe it is a letter they finally opened. Whatever it was, it broke something inside them that can never be repaired. And in that breaking, they heard heaven whisper their real name. the name written in the book of life before the foundations of the world. Not the name their parents gave them, not the name the world calls them, their true name, the one that means beloved, chosen, redeemed, mine. And when they heard that name, tears came, not the kind that fall neatly, but the kind that tear their way out like they've been trapped for decades. That was the moment the old version of them died. And death, even the death of an old self, is never gentle. It is messy. It is loud in the spirit realm. It shakes foundations. That is why everyone felt it. That is why the atmosphere shifted. That is why even the birds seemed quieter this morning. But here is what heaven wants you to hold on to with both hands. Death always precedes resurrection. Always. The same God who let the shell crack is the same God who is already breathing new life into the tender places. Your loved one woke up this morning carrying scars they did not have yesterday. But scars are not the end of the story. Scars are proof that healing happened. Scars are maps that lead to deeper love. And you, precious one, you're going to be the first person they trust enough to show those scars to. Not their mother, not their best friend. You. Because heaven has been preparing your heart to kiss wounds instead of running from them. I know what you're thinking. How will I know what to say? What if I mess this up? What if they push me away? Listen to me. You will not mess this up. Heaven has already gone ahead of you. Every word you will need is already hidden in your mouth like a seed waiting for the right moment to bloom. When they finally sit across from you, maybe over coffee, maybe in the car, maybe late at night when the rest of the world is asleep, and they whisper, "Something happened. I'm not the same." You will not freeze. You will not panic. You will simply reach across the space between you, take their trembling hand, look into their stormy eyes, and say the words heaven has already written on your heart. I know. Heaven told me, and I'm not going anywhere. That sentence alone will feel like oxygen to a soul that thought it was drowning. That sentence alone will rebuild bridges they thought were burned forever. Do you feel it? Do you feel the weight and the wonder of being chosen for this? Most people go their whole lives never being trusted with another person's breaking point. Most people never get to stand in the holy ground where someone's old self dies and their new self is born. But you, my dear one, you have been given a front row seat to a miracle. And miracles are messy. Miracles are loud. Miracles leave stretch marks on the soul. But oh, how beautiful the view is from the front row. Let me tell you something that will make your knees weak. While your loved one was breaking last night, heaven was whispering your name in their ear. Yes, your name, over and over like a lullaby. They will understand. They will stay. They were made for this. They are my gift to you. That is why they haven't pushed you away yet, even though part of them wants to hide. That is why some tiny thread of hope keeps pulling their eyes toward their phone, waiting for your message. That is why, even in their pain, they feel you like sunshine on a winter day. Because heaven has already tied your souls together with cords that cannot be broken by loss or fear or shame or time. I want you to do something right now. Place your hand over your heart and feel it beating. That rhythm? That is the same rhythm that was beating in their chest last night when everything fell apart. Your hearts have been synchronized by heaven itself. When there's skipped a beat in pain, yours felt it across cities, across silence, across every wall they try to build. That is not coincidence. That is covenant. That is the kind of love songs are written about. That is the kind of love that moves mountains and calms storms and raises the dead. And now, beloved, now that you know, the real journey begins. The coming days will not be easy. There will be moments when they disappear into themselves like a turtle into its shell. There will be moments when their smile doesn't reach their eyes. There will be moments when you want to fix everything and you can't. But every time you choose to stay, every time you choose to send that gentle, "I'm here" text, every time you choose to pray instead of panic, heaven records it. Angels high five. Destiny shifts a little closer to fulfillment. You're going to watch them transform right in front of your eyes. Slowly at first, like a caterpillar turning into mush inside the cocoon. It will look like nothing is happening. It will look like they're getting worse. But keep watching, keep loving, keep showing up. Because one day, without warning, the cocoon will split open and the most magnificent butterfly will stretch wings you never knew they had. And the first face those wings will carry them toward is yours. Let me say it one more time, because some truths need to be spoken until they feel like home. The person you love deeply will never be the same again after last night. But never the same does not mean never okay. It means never fake again, never superficial again, never half alive again. It means never settling for less than the destiny heaven wrote over their life before they took their first breath. And you, my warrior of love, you get to walk every step of this new road holding their hand. Heaven is saying to you right now, do not fear the silence. Do not fear the tears. Do not fear the days when they cannot explain. I am in the silence. I am in the tears. I am in every moment you choose love over fear. And what I have joined together, let no shadow put asunder. Beloved soul, you have stayed with me through every word, and I am so proud of you. Your heart is stronger than you know. Your love is deeper than you know. Your purpose is greater than you know. Last night was not the end of their story. It was the first page of the greatest love story you will ever live. And heaven itself is the author. So here is your divine assignment. Love them on the days they feel unlovable. Listen on the days they have no words. Stay on the days they try to push you away. Pray on the days you don't understand. And watch what heaven does with a love that refuses to quit. The old has gone. The new has come. And you, beautiful one, you are right in the middle of the greatest miracle you will ever witness. Now go. Carry this truth gently. Guard it fiercely. Live it bravely. Because the person you love is waking up to a brand new day, and you're the first person they will look for when their eyes open. I love you. Heaven loves you. And soon, very soon, they will love you in ways they never could before. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell, because heaven is not finished speaking. There are more messages between you and your loved one that only these divine messages can reveal. Stay close, beloved. The best is yet to come. I love you with every beat of my heart. See you in the next one.